I'm Rose Della, the Artistic Director and Principal of the Center for Indigenous Theatre. CIT is a post-secondary performing arts training center. We offer a 3- and 4-year full-time conservatory-style education. Our program is designed to connect theater training with traditional and contemporary Indigenous cultural practices, to advance artistic development, industry and business practices, and ultimately to cultivate professional opportunities. You will come here to train, to learn, to grow, to become the emboldened and inspired voices of tomorrow, the new generation of passionate Indigenous culture creators, to tell your stories in your voice.
Boozoo, Bidwa a Gishko Kwe Dishnakas, Megazed Dodem. We are grateful to live and work and learn on this land and acknowledge the traditional caretakers of this land. The Huron-Wendat, the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Anishinaabe. Chimigwech caretakers, Chimigwech Kakamekwe.
Welcome to the Center for Indigenous Theatre's November 10th info session. My name is Princess.
And my name is Pearl, and we're students at CIT. We're happy to have you join us today.
We're excited to be here today to answer all of your questions about our school and how you can become a student at CIT.
Have you ever thought about pursuing a career as an artist? Let us know in the comments.
If you're watching us right now, you probably have some questions in mind about the Center for Indigenous Theatre and what we're all about. Today, we'll tell you a little history on CIT and what the program and the school year may look like, what we can do to keep you safe, as well as how to apply and get into our program.
During our short time today, you'll also get to view the first half of alumni Christopher Majaki's COVID-19 diary. Also, we were able to sit down with one of our faculty members who is also an alumni, Candace Scott Moore, and talk with her about her time at the school. Stay tuned.
You will also hear about our personal experience at CIT. Let's jump in with a brief history lesson. CIT was founded by James Buller and was originally a 6-week program called Native Theatre School. It was then renamed Center for Indigenous Theatre in 1994. We went on to become a full-time program in 1999. We then expanded to a 3-year program in 2002 and then added a 4th year in 2018.
If you're still wondering what we're all about, CIT is a post-secondary program that provides training in acting, voice, and movement. We also offer cultural classes that are focused on dance, song, and oral history. We have partnerships across Canada that we will share experience with throughout the year. Our students are immersed in land-based teachings with Debajnajig, storytellers in Mantawanang, and Onomatoxy in Nipissing First Nation throughout the year.
Now it's time for part 3 of a feature of last year's March showcase with Chris Majaki. Let's watch.
I didn't come up with that. Kidding me? Some genius came up with that, okay? Some genius. That ain't me. I wish. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. I'm ready, thank you.
It's been 4 weeks now, Chris. How are things going with you?
I lost all my jobs. All of them! Theater spaces are shutting down everywhere. I feel like I haven't seen people very much either. How am I supposed to act for others if there is not even anyone around to act for? Other than that, things are great.
Has your agency been supportive through this pandemic?
My agency and I share a sort of love-hate relationship, if you will. As in, I love them when they find me work and hate them when they don't. We're working on it. But seriously, my voice agent is so supportive. Hey, while I have you on here, check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a new microphone. I am testing this microphone with my supremely supportive, super sweet, salivating, sunny side up, stupendous, sugar-coated, sassy agent. What do you think?
Chris, I gotta go now. Bye.
My acting agent is always there for me too. Hey, now that I finally got you on the phone, check this out. I've been working on it real hard. No matter where, of comfort no man speak. Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaph.
Chris, I gotta go now. Bye.
My mom is my biggest fan, and she's had my back since day one. Hey Ma, got some news for you. I lost all my jobs. Yeah, even the one that was gonna bring me back home for a little bit. It is challenging work being an actor. Can I have some money?
Chris, I gotta go now. Bye.
You guys almost ready? Me? What are you waiting on me for? I'm good. I'm good, okay? I don't want to have to wear any pants. Please don't make me wear any pants. You're not going to see anything. It's right there. Yes! Yeah!
Hello, Chris. We are 8 weeks into this pandemic. Are you finding other ways to keep your mind healthy and occupied?
I tried meditating.
I love watching that showcase. What was your favorite part, Pearl?
I really enjoyed seeing the work that everyone created.
Back to our program. Here's the outline of our current school year. The current cohorts of first-year students started school in September. They began with an orientation period of CIT in Toronto. Students are now entering full-time training with a winter break in between their studies. Our first years will then continue their training from January until May, leading up to graduation.
Due to COVID-19, special protocols have been put into place. This includes, but is not limited to, mandatory social distancing and facial coverings, as well as sanitization and screening before entering CIT studios. The health and safety of our students, faculty, and staff members is of the utmost importance.
That may leave you wondering what your class schedule might look like this upcoming school year. As our current health and safety regulations continue to develop, your training may be influenced by COVID-19. Here are your schedules. As you can see, it will be mostly in-person training this year. You have a variety of classes at CIT throughout the year, such as dance, voice, physical theater, singing, and story creation.
It's now time for our interview with Candace Scott Moore.
And since you have left CIT, what kind of career have you been able to pursue?
Well, since leaving the Center for Indigenous Theatre nearly 20 years ago, I have managed to actually have a solid career working in the arts. So originally I started off with having my own community theater group where we would go to different communities and facilitate community theater workshops. Doing work like that, there's a lot of production side that goes into it as well, and producing and organizing and needing to go from here, point A to point B, everything we need in between, which really taught me a lot more into like the producing side of things, which actually led to a further career in working on events. So now I'm a producer and an event manager. I work as an arts administrator, and I manage people's artist careers. So I've stayed super busy, and love all the multiple projects that I've done across Canada, across the United States, and internationally. I've done events in Australia as well. So yes.
And just going off of that, can you think of like your most favorite event that you've done, one that's been the most memorable?
So one of the most favorite events that I have ever worked on, I'm going to have to say, is Tekaronto Music Festival. So Tekaronto Music Festival is a festival celebrating Indigenous artists from all around the world. And that was a project that I've created with my collective, the 50/50 Performing Arts Collective. And so I work as the production manager. I do some programming for that. So that is one that really stands out. Another one that I would have to say is I worked in many roles. I'm the head talent coordinator for the Inspire Awards, formerly known as the National Aboriginal Achievement Awards. I've worked as the associate producer, as well as the producer of the opening ceremonies for that show specifically. I've been working on the Inspire Awards for 15 years. So that is another really cool project that comes to mind, as well as Planet Indigenous. Planet Indigenous, I worked on all of the festivals, all the years that it was in existence, and met my husband at that festival. He's a performer from Australia. So, really cool stuff. I mean, I could go on and on and on with the different festivals, films. I have a arts collective here in my community called the Wiyokwadong Arts Collective, and we work with our community members and the elders, and we create and write plays, and we produce them using our community members. Everybody's involved. Those are the projects that are like to the heart, it's like our stories created by us, told by us, produced by us, performed by us, and like everybody in the community everybody. So yeah.
So if you could go back and tell yourself, or tell a 19, 20-year-old who's here right now, to get them prepared for this life as an artist, or to get prepared for school, or anything that would help them later on in life, what would you say to them?
Okay, if I were to go back and tell my teen self about life I would have to say, get out of bed, do the work, because whatever you put into it now is what you're going to get out in the end. I committed myself. You know, you make that commitment. You're not making a commitment to your fellow students. You're not making a commitment to the teachers or to the staff or your community. You're making that commitment to yourself. And what you put into this is what, you know, is what's going to be the outcome later. And I'm grateful that, you know, I was able to really follow through, like go above and beyond. If you have an assignment, do the assignment, put the extra work in, find out more, because what you do now and what you learn now, well, you have all of these amazing teachers, the amazing community around you that's uplifting and supporting you. I mean, we'll always be there later, but now is your developmental time. So now take in, people are sharing, you know, really take it in, absorb all of that, and just, yeah, you are going to get out of this what you put into it. So put everything you have into it, because you are investing in yourself, your future, your career. So yeah, that's what I would say to myself.
Thank you, Candice.
Did that inspire you to want to apply? Hello. Wondering what requirements are needed to apply to the Center for Indigenous Theatre? You must identify as First Nations, Métis, or Inuit. You must be 18 years of age or older. You need a grade 10 English level or higher. You must have an interest in acting, movement, self-discovery, voice, and theater, as well as interest in exploring Indigenous culture and knowledge.
Now that we've gone over the requirements, here are important documents that you must submit when applying to the Center for Indigenous Theatre. They include an updated resume, a 500-word essay expressing your interest in theater and coming to CIT, 2 references that can vouch for your interest in theater, and a photocopy of your health card, as well as an audition video of you doing some form of script work.
To help out with your audition, we've created a how-to video. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Sam Twin. I'm a 4th year student here at Center for Indigenous Theatre.
Hi, I'm Teresa Cutnife, and I'm also a 4th year student at the Center for Indigenous Theatre.
We'll give you some tips and tricks on how to do your monologues and get them sent into CIT.
Yes, so first find an age-appropriate monologue for yourself. Use something from the Indigenous canon, something like from Thompson Highway, Drew Hayden Taylor, Kenneth T. Williams. Do you have any more?
Keith Barker, Alanis King. And if you have any troubles finding anything like that, you could email CIT and we'll provide you with a monologue.
So Sam, what did you do for your audition into CIT?
I did Isaac from Thunderstick by Kenneth Williams. What about you? What did you do?
I was sent a collection of different story pieces from Coyote City. What to wear? Wear something simple, neutral colors, something that you're comfortable and confident in.
Yep. And you know, there's not really a time limit for it, but it should be around 3 minutes.
If you have any other skills that you want to show, like singing, dancing, hand drumming, anything and everything, feel free to submit it. But you do have to have a monologue.
Unless, of course, you're a storyteller and you have a story, then you could submit that instead of the monologue, but no accents, please.
And the most important thing is to have fun. And if you stumble, that's okay.
Yep.
You can do it over and over, as many times as you feel. Have any other difficulties like doing your monologue or audition?
Probably the hardest part was memorizing it all, and I had somebody film it for me. I did not know that it was best to film it with a neutral background, so I filmed it just in a living room and there was a lot of things in the background, but it worked out. And you don't need a professional camera. We're doing this on an iPhone 10. You can stack it up on some books or put it on a table, whatever you got to do. As long as it's capturing basically from half of your torso up so we can see your shoulders and your head. You could have a relative or somebody hold the camera for you, and you can just send that into CIT.
Have fun.
We have ongoing requirements in order to remain in the program. Curious on what it takes to be a CIT graduate? You are expected to be on time and present for all classes, and you must actively be looking for funding while you attend your studies. Tuition costs each year are $3,750. Now it's time for part 4 of a feature in last year's March showcase with Chris Majaki. Let's watch.
That didn't work. So I tried beading. Yeah! Woo! I used to draw as a kid, so I tried drawing. Hey, oh.
Thank you again for joining us, Chris. We are now in week 24, or 6 months. Has this pandemic changed how you feel about your craft and being in the arts?
Well, thanks for having me. It's been quite a ride, but you know what? I'm not going to let this thing get the better of me. I have been through theater school, where I rolled around on the ground every day and made sounds like and stretched my spine with I don't know how many roll downs. So I'm not going to let this thing break me. I've had others try to break me, but only I can break me. And right now, I don't want to break. I just want to create. Oh, gosh. I'm feeling all sorts of things right now. How do you manage to bring this out of me? You're a damn miracle worker, you know that? Thank you so much for being here with me right now in this moment. Do you feel this? It's a connection. It's raw. It's real. It's ravishing. Can I give you all a hug right now? Come here, you. What the? Oh, okay. You huh? The hell? Oh, okay. Come here. What? Wait a minute. If I was doing and you were at the whole time, it was.
I love watching that showcase. What was your favorite part, Pearl?
I really enjoyed seeing the work that Chris created. He's an inspiration to look up to. Before you go, we would like to mention that there are alternative funding options if you are unable to receive financial support from your band. There are other organizations that you can submit applications to for funding. These include, but are not limited to, Inspire Foundation, Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation, Métis Nation of Ontario, Canada Post, Mississaugas of the Credit, other local organizations. If you are in need of funding, application assistance, contact us at Center for Indigenous Theatre. No student has ever been turned away for lack of funding.
Please make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter and like us on Facebook for more information. We would like to thank our funders. With their generous support, we are able to provide a school for our students. The Department of Canadian Heritage, the Ontario Arts Council, the Toronto Arts Council, Ms. Way Beek, Aboriginal Employment and Training, Hastings Park Foundation of Rights and Freedoms, and Ontario Arts Foundation.
Thank you for attending our November 10th program info session. Also, if you have any more questions, please leave them in the comment section below and we will get back to you. We hope to see you in the next school year.